Well, tonight, the clock is ticking. If Congress fails to act, a government shutdown will start at midnight. But what does that mean for you and your family if there's no deal? Well, federal offices will close and services could be impacted. Here's Josie Frost now.
When the federal government shuts down, non-essential workers in federal offices are sent home. According to the Library of Congress, South Carolina had more than 24,000 federal civilian employees last year. Stopping that work could impact everything from national parks to some health programs. South Carolina is bracing for possible impacts of a federal government closure. Workers like TSA agents at the Columbia Metropolitan Airport or employees at Fort Jackson will go unpaid until the government resumes. News 19 spoke to Dr. Joseph Von Nessen, a research economist at USC's Darla Moore School of Business.
Well, the impact of a government shutdown really depends on its length. And typically, if we see a shutdown that lasts for a few days, maybe a week, the impact is likely to be minimal. But if it extends, especially beyond about 3 to 4 weeks, that's where we see significant impacts are a possibility.
The last government shutdown in 2018 lasted over a month. He says South Carolina has a robust federal workforce, and a long shutdown could have more long-term impacts on the state's economy.
We look at businesses that are working with the federal government that have federal contracts, they can potentially be affected as well. For the average South Carolinian, looking at any type of interaction that they have with the federal government could potentially be delayed.
Under the FDA's plan, health inspections will be limited to emergencies. Social Security checks will still go out, and Medicaid and Medicare services will continue. But there will be some restrictions. Sonia Ebeling works with the South Carolina Telehealth Alliance. She says if the shutdown happens, access to telehealth through Medicare will be restricted, with only the most rural areas allowed to use it.
There's about 670,000 or so folks in South Carolina with traditional Medicare or fee-for-service Medicare, and those folks would have their access to telehealth services pretty significantly limited.
Ebeling says many South Carolina Medicare patients depend on telehealth for care when in-person clinics aren't available. But the shutdown could leave patients needing to confirm alternative plans with their providers.
So someone that has Medicare that has a telehealth visit scheduled should probably check with their provider to see what the plan is, if they need to come in person or make other arrangements.
Now, those furloughed employees will get paid for the time they worked without pay. A federal law requires back pay from the time the government closed. In the studio, Josie Frost, News 19. WLTX.